Hey guys, it's Yvette. So I am going to be doing my second official video here on YouTube, and today I decided that I would film a get ready with me. I'm going to be going to church later on tonight, so I am just going to go ahead and film that look. If you do want to see what I come up with, just keep watching. Okay, so first things first, I wanted to get my hair out of my face. I am just going to start off with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water, and I just spray that right on my face. Next, I'm going to be using my Benefit Professional. It is a primer. I love using it all over my face, and if you see me looking away, it's because I have a mirror right in front of me. So I am just putting on primer, like I said, all over my face. I do thank you so much for your patience with me. I am still figuring out how to do this, and I'm just speeding it up while I am putting that on. Just to kind of save some time from the editing process. I'm going to go ahead and go in L'Oreal True Match Foundation. This is in the color Buff Beige. It's N4, so it's a neutral color. I am just dotting this all over my face. This is typically how I put on foundation. And so now I'm just buffing in my foundation with a e.l.f. brush. It doesn't really say the kind of name it has on here, but I believe this is like a foundation or blending brush. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I'm just buffing in that foundation, making sure it blends into most of my skin. You know, you're typically supposed to put foundation on your ears too to make sure it blends. I don't always do that. Honestly, I barely ever do that, but you know, that's what you're supposed to do. So now that that foundation is blended in, for the most part, I'm going to go ahead and go in with concealer, and that is the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. You may have seen it all over here on YouTube. My shade is medium, and so it's just a sponge applicator. I don't really know how I feel about the sponge applicator. I'm not a huge fan of it, but you know, it gets the job done. So I'm putting that underneath my eyes in like the typical triangular form that you see here on YouTube. Funny thing is, I actually learned how to do my makeup on YouTube, which is probably why I became so passionate about wanting to do YouTube one day. It was just kind of cool to see regular girls teaching you how to do makeup, making it feel more accessible, and so, you know, that's what I wanted to do here. So I'm just using an Ulta brush. It's a concealer brush. It's around $10, but sometimes you can snag them on sale. I really love this brush, love it so much that I have about 4 of these brushes. So I am kind of blending that concealer in, making sure it's in place, and just kind of blending it in as best as I can. Typically what I use to set my concealer is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. And I really do like this powder. It's not as good as people make it seem on YouTube though. Like, I don't know if I love the hype on here. Honestly, I have the Lorac contour palette, and I like using those shades. There is a yellow shade and also a light shade that I like to use under my eyes. I've actually hit pan on those, but this is good. I mean, I spent a lot of money on it, so I better be getting my money's worth out of it. So I don't bake or anything. Some girls like to bake, which is basically just putting a whole bunch of powder and letting it sit there. I don't really bake. I don't know how to do it. I don't want to try. I just put enough powder to get underneath my eyes and set the concealer. To set my foundation in place, I have been using the Rimmel Stay Matte powder, the pressed powder. It is in the shade Creamy Natural. I got this for around $2, but the reason why I got it for so cheap, it's normally like $4 or $5, was because at Ulta, if you do have an Ulta card and you happen to shop there, you can get points for every purchase you make, and you know what you do is you rack up those points and you can use them on future purchases to make them cheaper. And what I like about that is that you can use it on any purchase. Next, I am going to work on getting the base ready for my eye. I really should have had that prepared, but I'm sorry, I'm still figuring this out. I am using the NYX eyeshadow base in the shade Skin Tone. I use this to prime my eyelids, and for this I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Concealer brush, I believe it is. So instead of using this under my eyes, I actually use it on my eyelids to put the product in, and so as you can see, it's a little lighter than my actual skin tone. But it actually works very well. I don't really have veininess in my eyes though, thankfully, so it's not too bad. I don't really have much to cover, but I like to use primer to get the eyes ready and make sure the product sticks well. For my eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the Naked 2 palette. Sorry, it's backwards. So the Naked 2 palette and also a little ColourPop Valentine's Collection Duo. I got the one-of-a-kind eyeshadow palette, and it was $10. It was for the Valentine's Day collection. I don't know if that's limited edition. I think it might be. These shades are Going Steady and also Pinky Promise. So I'm going to be using those two shades. But first I'm going to start off with the Naked palette. So I'm going to be using the shade Foxy to set my eyelid. So as you can see, I am putting the shade Foxy right all over my eyelid. I am going in on both eyes to make sure they're both evenly covered and setting that eye primer in place. So going again with the shade Foxy, I am going to be focusing really heavy on my Naked 2 palette probably in the month of March because I am trying to hit pan on at least one shade in this palette. My goal is to hit pan on every single palette that I own. Oops, there goes the brush. Hit pan on every single palette that I own because, I mean, this was my first ever palette and I've had it for about 2 years, and I spent $50 on this, and I still haven't touched any pan. And if you don't know what pan is basically just the metal part of the eyeshadow. So in my crease, I am going in with the shade Tease, and that just goes good as a, I guess you could call it a transition or a crease shade, honestly. I use it for my crease just because it's matte and it feels like the best color to use in my crease. I am going to go in and use the shade Pinky Promise. That's the metallic shade on my lid. And hopefully that doesn't work against me. I'm going to be using the Ulta large eyeshadow brush to pack that on. Putting it right there. And so far, so good. I must say, I really like these ColourPop pressed shadows. I have used the, the famous ColourPop Color Shock or Super Shock shadows, and I like those, but I'm just not used to working with that format. I really just prefer powder shadows, so I'm really happy that the quality of the powder products are really awesome. So I'm putting that in all over my lid. I'm going to go ahead and pop in back in the Naked 2 palette the shade, probably Booty Call. I'm going to put Booty Call in my inner corner because I love an inner corner highlight. I love the way it looks. I love that it opens the eyes. I just love all that kind of stuff. So I'm putting it in my inner corner, and that is really bright. So I'm going to work on putting in a liner, and lately I have been using the Tarteist eyeliner. I like this eyeliner, but I don't really love it. It's like very hard to work with, and it just ruins the eyeshadow. So it looks sometimes I can make a bomb look, and it'll just totally go to crap because I ended up trying to do eyeliner, and I'm afraid that's happening right now. So hopefully it doesn't, but it might be happening. So I'm sorry if this does not come out the way we expected, but let's hope for the best. Watch the extreme focus I use to put this eyeliner on. This product is so hard to work with sometimes. I am going to go ahead and do a wing because I love wings. And guys, I am not a master or a pro whatsoever at doing wings, so, as far as, if you want tutorials on that, I don't really know if I'm your girl, I gotta be honest. I can try, but so far I have not mastered the art of making a wing. But with that, what I say is just practice. I mean, I have watched so many videos on doing wings, so I would totally practice doing wings. I would practice all you can, when you don't have anywhere to go. Just make sure you don't try practicing a wing when you have to go to a really special event. Just when you're home, bored, chilling, don't have anything to do, pull out an eyeliner and just start making a wing. Like I said, look at this. This is horrible, but I'm going to try to redeem it. I'm going to just finish the wing though that I started and kind of work on fixing it once I'm done with the base. I hate that when you try to save it, your wing ends up being 50 feet wide. But hey, whatever. Taking out my waterproof makeup eye remover from Sephora. I'm going to soak it. And then I am going to go ahead, go under the flick. And I like to roll it around. And as you can see, I'm making a huge mess, but whatever. Hey, it happens. Then most of it's off. I take my foundation or concealer brush and then I just put it right underneath. And, you know, voila, good as new. I think it's pretty good. Not too bad. Next, I am going to take my eyeliner, my little Avon eyeliner. I am working on finishing this up, so this is all that I have left. Hopefully this will be out of my life soon because it's about time. So I like to only line half of my waterline. I'm not sure why I do, but this is just something that I prefer. I don't know, I like the look better. So I just do half of my waterline. I should have probably put on chapstick a long time ago, but hey, whatever. YOLO. I'm putting it on now. This is just to moisturize my lips because my lips are super dry. So I am putting on, for mascara, the Tarte Lights Camera Flashes mascara. And as you can see, I have a lot of Tarte makeup because Tarte is one of the only makeup brands that I feel makes a whole bunch of value kits where they sell products in a bundle, which I am so thankful for. Thank you, Tarte, that you do that because, you know, a girl wants to try your makeup, but she can't because it's so expensive, you know? For now, I'm going to settle with what I have and what I can afford. I do have other mascaras, but like I said, I do try to use my products up. So I go in one at a time. I don't like opening up new mascaras because when you open up a new mascara, you expose it to the air and then it can dry out. It also just get bacteria in there, and you know, mascaras are only supposed to be good for 3 months. I use them a little longer than that, honestly, but you know, it's better to not have multiple mascaras open at a time unless you love mascara or like you love layering up. So right now I am going in with my NYX little micro brow pencil that I set in my empties that I don't really like, but because I have it, I am going to try to use it. And nothing special to my eyebrows. I kind of just go in and make lines, to be honest with you. I don't really know how to do my makeup all that much. I just make it look good. I fake it till I make it. I might not know how to do everything professionally, but if I can make it look like I know what I'm doing, hey, why not? I'm going in with my Rimmel Brow This Way brow gel. I am just putting it in my eyelash, or not my eyelashes, my eyebrows. And I like this product. You might have remembered me mentioning it in my empties. I like this product, but I don't like how gunky it gets on my brows sometimes, so it's kind of gross. But I am almost done with it, so why not? Lastly, I am going to finish off with my cheeks and my lips. For my lips, I'm going to be doing the Ulta 239 lipstick. I got this lipstick on sale for $3, and I really like it. This is what I have left. I've got a long way to go. I don't think I've ever used up a lipstick to be real. I've used up a liquid lipstick, but not a lipstick. And so I'm just going to put it all over my lips. And there we go. And I'm going to go ahead and go in with blush because I love blush. Honestly, it's kind of funny that I put on blush because I have naturally red cheeks. It's like, why not just leave the red cheeks? But, you know, we all want to get that ability to put it in wherever we want. So that's why I like putting on blush. So I'm going to go ahead and put on blush. This is Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Timeless. And I think that is so true. It's a cute little light pink blush, and I love it. It's cute. It's cute. I mean, I could do bronzer, but I don't really want to do bronzer. I'm going to call it done. To lock in my whole face, I use the Mario Badescu facial spray with rose water. So guys, this is the finished look, so I hope you like it. If you did, just make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with friends, whatever you like. Thank you so much. Bye.